What's up, y'all? It's Mike. So today, I'm at the Air Force Museum here at Wright Pat. It is a place I am definitely familiar with shooting. I've shot a few events here so far. The lighting in here is grotesque. It is terrible. As most museum lighting is, because it's dark and there's a bunch of shadows. This one is extra fun because there's aircraft everywhere. So the wings and all the different displays play even more havoc with the light. But I have a shoot here next week, and something I definitely recommend doing as a photographer is if you have the ability to do so and enough heads up, go to the place that you're going to shoot and test out and see what your settings are going to look like. That'll give you a little bit less setup time when the actual shoot happens, and maybe you'll get some cool shots while you're there. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to find where this retirement ceremony is going to be. We're going to get some shots, test some things out. Later. If you've never been to the Air Force Museum at Wright Pat Air Force Base, I highly recommend it. I mean, these are actual aircraft. I mean, every single building is a hangar, and it is, wall to wall aircraft everywhere. So if you like aircraft, if you like history, kind of a history nerd, so I like history. I don't just come here to do shoots. I like to come here and check different things out. I didn't realize that they had pretty sure it's a replica of the Wright Flyer in Building 2. So, come check out stuff, and you can actually being up close to the different aircraft, like SR-71 Blackbird, one of the fastest aircrafts ever. That one's pretty cool. Anyway, go to a museum, check stuff out. Also, this shoot is in Building 4, which is all the way back. All right, so I may get lucky today because it looks like this may be the area that they do a lot of events in this section. And the lighting here is better than in most areas of this museum. Now, I will tell you this. Air Force One right here. This is one of the Air Force Ones. This Air Force One is special because it is the one that they brought JFK home on after the assassination. So on the other side of this aircraft, there's actually a cut into the fuselage where they brought in his casket. So definitely haunted. All right, we're gonna try to get some shots. We're gonna look around a little bit more and see if there's any other areas that they might do a ceremony. And I really think that area right there in front of JFK's Air Force One will be about the only spot that makes sense. Also, fun fact, did you know that the Air Force One in this era, was a different color blue? It was more like a Tiffany blue, if that makes any sense. Here, let me show you on the front of this engine. I really don't think anywhere else is going to make sense for a ceremony. See? Different blue than what you traditionally see on Air Force One now. What you see now is more that color. And if I'm not mistaken, it says somewhere on one of these plaques why it was this color blue. Probably had something to do with Jackie O. I'd be willing to bet. But yeah, this is JFK's Air Force One. You can go through it. Again, definitely haunted. It's the one they brought him back on, so still a cool piece of history. Now, it could be because this area right here is a little bit more open, or what, but there's just more direct lighting here. Maybe because it's the presidential gallery, I don't know. But lighting here is definitely better. It's definitely going to be a minimum 2-lens party for this gig, because my 24-70, if it's set up similar to this, my 24-70 isn't enough if I'm back here, but the 70 would be perfect. So I can bring my 70 to 200, and I can actually get in a little bit tighter to get some shots of people speaking, and then use the 24-70 for more candids, group photos that people actually want, like couple photos, things like that, friends and family, etc. But yeah, definitely glad that I came to check this out. Again, if you are ever in I keep wanting to say Warner Robins because we're just in Georgia. If you're ever in the Dayton, Ohio area and you like history, come check out the Wright Pat Museum. It's free. You can make a donation to help support the museum. But they've got a lot of cool stuff. Like this was definitely not here the last time I was here. They have the Hanoi Taxi, which if you don't know what the Hanoi Hilton is, look that up. It's got a pretty horrific history, especially during Vietnam. But this is the aircraft they brought home to POWs that were at Hanoi. So this was definitely not here the last time I was here. So I'm gonna have to come back and check this out another day and check it out. Anyway, that's what I'm doing today or that's what I did today. So now I get to do the long walk back, because again, this is all the way in the back of the museum. But come check this place out. And again, if you are a photographer, if you have the ability and enough notice, go do some pre-shoots. Get some, because like now I know when I come here next week to do the shoot, I already know about where my settings need to be, and I can just kind of fine-tune stuff, because maybe the lighting will be slightly different. Maybe they won't have as many lights on that day. I don't know, but at least I have a good starting point and I kind of know what's going on. But anyway, so until next time, cheers, y'all.